Interviews with business owners and veteran executives who share their wisdom and expertise to help you de-stress, free up time, and make more money. Profits of IT. Welcome back to the Profits of IT. I am Jim Punzenberger, your host and the creator of the Managed Prospecting System. Be sure to check out managedprospectingsystem.com. I have Kelly with me today. He is a 25-year veteran of the industry. On top of being a Florida fan, he runs a MSP in Michigan, NTM. Kelly, please introduce yourself and tell us a quick bit about your company.
Jim, it's an honor to be on here today. 25 years in the business. You just aged me. I'm not even that old.
You must be using AI or something to be in business longer than your age.
My age, yeah, that's a good one. And I laugh because I say we're 25 years old, which we are. This is year 26 of the parent company being in business. A couple twists and turns, but it has been in existence for 26 years. And I'd say that we're like a 3-year-old startup because we ripped the company apart during the pandemic and just started all over. So we're the best funded startup with a cybersecurity flair. And if you're in IT right now, you've got to be paying attention to cybersecurity. So yeah, we have fun every day. We live and die by our core values, and literally live and die by it. So we just hired a couple of new people. They did some interviews, and literally every single one of our people that they interviewed said the culture here is great. The culture here is great. The culture here is great. And that feels good because it is literally the hardest thing in the world to do is implement culture. And it's been a 2-year process, and we're loving it.
Great. So I read that the most important person in your life is Ariana.
Yeah, she's my why.
So tell us more about your why, or why she's your why.
Well, she's an innocent, kind, sensitive young lady who's 14 years old that this IT game has provided for. Lots of love, lots of support. There are times where she's heard me screaming and yelling and be stressful. And then now she's like, Dad, something's changed. And it all started with changing your mindset and implementing a system. We implemented EOS, getting good people around you, and literally raising the bar on who has access to you, how we think and do work. And she eats it up. And every day I wake up, I fight tooth and nail to make sure that she never has to deal with the life that I grew up. She's very fortunate, very loving. IT has provided really well for her. And, if you ever read my book, Some of the People Will Harder Than Life, it talks about how food is a trigger for me. So there you go. There it is. Beautiful. Hopefully some of the listeners will read the book. It's all about our core values, how my difficult upbringing made me develop core values that made us into a successful IT company. But, I literally every way that I was raised, I do the opposite for my daughter. And she is kind. And I know I'm doing something right because I know I'm kind, but I'm not the kind and sweet and innocent person that she is, and it's that feels good. So and I feel the same way about my whole entire work family as well. When they do well, I am overjoyed. So I put myself last, and that's how we succeed at NTM. And it's fabulous. And my daughter is number one, and everybody knows that too. That the work family, they all treat her like she's the queen, and literally the gal who runs my business.
The hierarchy. So like Ariana is really like the CEO of NTM.
Yep, she's the boss, but she knows how to work hard, and I've instilled my values into her. And I've got a teammate who runs the company. So when you run EOS, it's an integrator and visionary, and I'm the visionary, and I think of all these crazy ideas, and then she implements them, and she's fabulous at it. I couldn't think of a better person in the world. I wouldn't be anything. The company, National Technology Management, wouldn't be anything without her. I believe everything happens for you, not to you. So shortly thereafter, her hiring, we got a third spoke to our leadership team who was actually a customer at the time. And he just decided to move on, and he didn't like any of his jobs offers. And I said, why are we not talking to you? He goes, I don't know. I've been wondering the same thing. And he was the missing piece of the puzzle. And now we've got some serious high revenue goals, and we're going to smash them. And all we want to do is just raise the bar in IT. Back in the day when I started, we were in telecom, and everybody hated AT&T. Everybody hated Ameritech. They hated their phone. I think
everybody still does.
Yes, they do. And now it's Comcast or whatever, insert cable company here.
Yeah.
So
Spectrum
everybody,
or whoever.
yeah, Spectrum. Oh boy, Time Warner, former Time Warner. So people now have started to hate their IT company, and I don't like that. That means that we're not doing our job. That means we got to get this mediocre mindset, and we've got to raise the bar. There is some people that are with all the best intentions to make our industry great, but they're just not holding it well. And it's my goal to raise the bar so high that there's no place in the industry for people like that. And it's hard to say that because it sounds arrogant and pompous, but people know if they're doing their best. And if they're not doing their best, they should partner up with somebody who's got structure in place, who understands that all of us working together raises the industry standards, and it raises the prices, and there's no room in us beating each other up. I mean, everywhere you throw a stone, there's an MSP. But here in Michigan, I'm friends with almost every single competitor. We talk a lot. So we share, because if we don't collaborate, then the customer's going to leverage us against each other. They're going to pull the pricing down and the product down, and then we're going to have to cut corners, and then everybody loses. So through collaboration, united we stand, divided we fall. We're able to put our best foot forward, really put a great product out with excellent service, with excellent people, and it's a win-win-win for everybody.
Cool.
And then wait, you got to implement the managed prospecting system so then you can
all grow together.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's what the managed prospecting system will help you do. So a question for you, Kelly. What would you say is your superpower when it comes to business?
Ooh. That's a freaking tough one. I
hit you hot and heavy with that one.
I would say my superpower is the ability to read people and understand what they're trying to say without saying it, and being able to explain the technical stuff in pure English. All too often, we talk in this tech jargon that is so confusing. And literally, I'll be sitting in a meeting with all of I call them my propeller head team, the guys that are super smart that you want on your team. And they'll be talking the X's and O's and the bits and the bytes and the elemental P's and whatnot. And the customer, you just see complete white face, don't know what's going on. And I'll look at them and I'll be like, hey, that just means it's going to work. And they're like, that's all I wanted to hear. So that's one of them. I think I'm really, really, really working on my superpower of listening. I really want to listen more and talk less. And this is going to sound woo-woo-y and weird, but I'm extremely vulnerable with my clients. And we tell them the God's honest truth, where we're blind, where our shortcomings are, and it bonds us. And I stress that to everybody. Be honest. So our customers are like members of our family. We treat them that way. I had lunch with one of our largest customers 2 days ago, and we were 2 hours. We talked 10 minutes business, hour and 50 minutes about life. And he walked away with giving me advice because he's further ahead of me. And there was he's like, listen, it's completely quiet. But we've noticed your service uptick, and we're really appreciative, and we want to renew with you guys. So it's a different world over here at NTM, and we're loving it. And we're raising the bar. We want to be the best and the easiest and most fun IT company to do business with.
I like that. I want a fun IT company to do business with too. So
that's pretty important. We just added that to our core focus. We laugh because we called it funnest, which isn't a word. So we say funnest. And you got to remember, man, life we're not in a dress rehearsal. This is the real deal. So if you're not having fun and you're taking everything so serious, it becomes monotonous and mundane, and you leave every day from work and you're like, what just happened? So we try to create a fun environment of love and kindness, and we do. One of our core values is family. So we tell people, hey man, they're not calling us because everything's hunky-dory. They're calling because there's something broke, and they believe you to be the person that broke it. So we have this amazing mindset where we're there
even though you didn't break it.
Yeah, right. Everything's the IT guy's fault, man. We did it all. So you're the one. I sat in a meeting for the new prospect yesterday, and they were telling me about a competitor IT company, which I'm friends with. And I said, I want to tell you, I am friends with your company, so I don't really want to hear talking bad about them. And they said, no, we're not going to talk bad. It's just, they go, ever since we hired these guys, we've never had more IT issues. And I said, you guys know that that's not fair, because you hired them just before the pandemic. We've gone through a pandemic. It's been a crazy. And the guy looks at me and goes, you're right. So it is a crazy time in our business. Everybody would say it. It's a crazy time in the world. Nobody knows what's what. Everybody's bickering. But I stress people, meet people where they are, understand most people are good and everyone's doing their best. And just realize that we're all human and have some compassion. We don't know what's going on in those people's lives. And more often than not, there's some bad things going on. And they got to freaking strap their boots together and drag their butts to work, and then the freaking computer decides not to work, and they got to call us, and they get happy-go-lucky people. So it's a necessary evil, but we love it.
Yes, for sure. So do you have any final thoughts?
Do I have any final thought? I believe that IT is one of the most amazing businesses, and I believe that every system, you always need a system. That's why I love your managed prospecting system. It just makes sense. We run EOS and NTM. It's a system, so we're big on systems. So you put a standard in place, you put a process in place, you execute it, you don't deviate, and winning comes from that. I want to reiterate, to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is cool. Be honest, be open, and enjoy this life. Life is good.
Yes, it is. And I guess we got a moment for networking. There anybody that should be reaching out to you at NTM? I guess who would be a good prospect for NTM, or who should reach out to you guys, and why should they reach out to you guys?
I forgot. We are in the marketing business. So
yes,
we do a lot of analysis. We figure our very ideal customer are multi-location companies that value service and cybersecurity. And it can be anywhere in the country. That's why the name of the company is National Technology Management. We have a standard, repeatable process and platform that we can do all over the country. And some of our best clients aren't even in Michigan. So we are scattered all over the place. Our service and our prospect is second to none. So if you're tired of being told technical jargon, you don't understand it, and your bills are astronomical, or something's slow, or something's broken, or always an excuse, call National Technology. Call me, Kelly Siegel.
And how should somebody get a hold of you? It said call them. What number should they call?
Well, there's a couple different things. Go to our website. We got a brand new website out there. It's trustntm.com. TRUST. NTM is in National Technology Management.com. And you can book a call with me. Its first initial last name is email, ksiegel, KSIEGEL @trustntm.com. Or just hit me up on my phone. It's 248-658-0828. I work 24/7 all the time, except when I'm with Ariana, and I'm available, and we're going to shoot it to you straight.
Great. Well, thank you for your time here today, Kelly. It's been wonderful having you on.
Jim, I wish you all the best. I love you very much. I'm real proud of you, and I only see great things in your future.
Well, thank you. And until the next time on Prophets of IT, I am Jim Punzenberger, your host and the creator of the Managed Prospecting System. Be sure to check out managedprospectingsystem.com.
Thank you for tuning in to the Prophets of IT. Please smash that like button, subscribe, and share.